Hello everyone. You've already seen this journal, but a few people had mentioned that it wasn't facing the camera and they wanted to see all the ephemera. It's going off today to the lady that's buying it, and I've added quite a few different bits. Because we called it the treasure journal or the treasure book, I've added a trinket pin, a Tim Holtz one that says treasure, and this butterfly charm wasn't on there before. I'm not going to go right through it. I'm going to give you a quick look at the one I'm making now as well. This was the ephemera that was in it. I know you've seen that with the journal card inside. So it was the ephemera that people wanted to see again. So this will just be a really quick flip through of this one. I'm assuming you could see these in the video, I'm not quite sure. I'm in the middle of another one. I've pretty much finished it, but I need to buy some metal closures. I better show you all these, hadn't I, in case these are things that people had trouble seeing. That was the paper laces. I love all those with the envelopes and the birds. And I love the colours of all these. I think you'd have seen that this flips down. I've watched the video myself and I know, yeah, it's upside down, but it's not as bad as the way the first video came out. I'm looking for ideas about ways to close a really heavy journal, and I'll give you a quick look at the other journal when I've finished re-showing you. I put this vintage lady in here, she wasn't in there before. Yeah, if people would give me a few ideas about closures, strong closures for a really heavy, chunky journal, that would be great. And I was wondering, with the hitch post fasteners, do you use the chain closure with the fasteners? What are they called? The swivel catches? And I wanted to know if, you know, each of you, the experience that you've had with different closures, are those two things that you put in together? I will give you a really quick look at the other journal that I've been making. I've just bought, this is one of the Tsunami Rose envelopes, but I just put extra tea-dyed paper in. I'll print the rest of those myself, because the guy who printed them, he did the inserts bigger than the envelopes. But I've bought a couple of sets of Tsunami Roses envelopes and inserts, some dress tags from Sue Olsen, which are just gorgeous. I've bought the polished lackluster kit from Tsunami Rose. What else did I get? I bought loads of, I bought all these sets. I put this dress form on here as well. I bought all of Daisy's sets of the giant mason jar tags, Daisy being Tsunami Rose. And I've bought from Dreams Etc. everything for the Vintage Love Story kit and the Timeless kit. So I'm really looking forward to using those kits. But I've been collecting a lot of Beatrix Potter stuff, because I'd like to do a Beatrix Potter, like Peter Rabbit or something, like themed journal. I was going to do a haul video today, but I forgot some of the stuff I bought. I put the stamps in a glassine bag, and I've added this corset and this piece of ephemera. Love those. Stuck that in. I've actually now just run out of my tacky glue. It's been a bit of a nightmare the last week. I used my Tiffany receipt stamp. And I'll quickly go over these so you can see them again. That was Van Houten's Cocoa. Some violet soap. I'll never get them back in. I'll put them back in at the end. I know I'm going fast. I probably go too fast. That flips down. There were a couple of people who said, you know, can you do it again? That's just got extra paper in it. And it's only now that I've started opening the ends of the paper bags, which I don't know why I didn't do it before. Like this other journal I've made, it's really a chunky monkey, and I don't think seam binding ribbon is going to cut it. I've now found my eyelets, which I was looking for all weekend, and I've been looking at different ways that you can put the ribbon through eyelets and mount a button on top, and maybe I could add an antique brooch on top of that. This journal is fine closing with seam binding ribbon. Now, I know a lot of you couldn't see this in the last one. This was the piece that I put in the end, and I found that one on the Graphics Fairy, which is all royalty free and public domain ephemera. I'm not going to go right through this, but that is the next one that's going to go on. Oh, and very chunky. So and the envelope opens both ends, by the way. But I won't do a flip through now. Just, I would really like some ideas on a good strong closure for this. And I've started reinforcing the spines with adhesive fabric that I've been getting at the Works. So if you live in the UK, the Works are great at the moment for stuff like that. Yeah, let me know your ideas, anyone who can think of a good closure for this journal here. And I hope you've all seen the ephemera properly in the last one. Catch you soon.